listen, hey, don't get mad at me. Indiana Fever, don't get mad at me. I came to the Fever with Caitlin. If Caitlin get snatched by the New York Liberty, I'm from New York.
Finally, the rest of the league plays. Finally, we have players and a team who actually understand what they are looking at. In the WNBA, the New York Liberty, Sabrina, Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, coach Sandy Brondello. Was a preview of they see greatness when it walks into their building. For a super team like they do not hate on it. They do not try to diminish it. They respect it.
They made it clear that they want Caitlin Clark, or they're eventually going to want Caitlin Clark. Along those lines, they made it very, very clear. And that team is the New York Liberty. And today, we have just seen the New York Liberty players, after the game, meeting up with Caitlin Clark. It is Stewie. It is Sabrina Ionescu. There is Sandy Brondello. And by the way, Stewie is not leaving New York the rest of her career. That is one thing that I will be 99% sure of. The Stewie is not leaving.
And you know what? That leaked footage of Caitlin Clark meeting with Liberty stars after their game has sent shock waves through the WNBA world. And rightfully so, because here is a team that gets it. They know they are looking at the future of women's basketball, and they are not too bitter to admit it.
Meetings going on, y'all. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Yeah, Caitlin Clark had a secret meeting, a little powwow, just a little powwow with the New York Liberty post-game. Listen, I'm not saying it's everything, but it damn sure ain't nothing. I think it's more like something. I think it's something, y'all. We better pay close attention to this. If I'm the Indiana Fever, you better tighten up. You better.
While every other team in the W seems determined to pretend like Caitlin Clark is not single-handedly carrying their entire league on her shoulders, the Liberty players are out here doing something revolutionary, giving credit where credit is due. Brianna Stewart called her a knockdown shooter with that range. She acknowledged that when you are the #1 pick, everyone is going to know where you are on the court at all times. But here is the kicker. She said, "I think us up here it's respect." She is a great player. Respect. That is a word that seems to be missing from every other locker room in this league.
I think there is a 50-50 chance Caitlin Clark leaves Indiana after her rookie season. No, after her rookie contract is up. Because I have a feeling that with all the restricted free agency and everything, I think they're going to try to get rid of all coring out of the CBA. I don't think coring is going to be a thing. I don't think coring is going to be a thing in the CBA. And obviously, look, you're going to have to core players. And they're going to have to core Aaliyah a year earlier than Caitlin. And if they're scared Aaliyah's going to leave, and if they're like, oh, we want to core and trade Caitlin, then Aaliyah leaves for nothing. And Caitlin leaves for nothing.
And it is not just Brianna Stewart. Sabrina Ionescu has been nothing but class when it comes to Caitlin Clark. She said Clark means a lot more to the game than just showing up and playing. She acknowledged the Clark effect will be felt even when she is not on the court. This is a player recognizing another player's impact on the sport they both love.
I'm just trying to be that kind of soundboard for her and that voice, having gone through something kind of similar, and you know, knowing obviously it's really unfortunate that we don't have her, but you know, she means a lot more to the game than just showing up and playing, and I think you're able to see that with just the excitement in Indy right now, regardless of if she's playing or not.
While other players around the league are too busy being jealous to see that Clark is lifting the entire tide. The Liberty Stars get it. They understand that having Clark in the league makes everyone better, brings more fans, more money, more opportunities.
But this is how it starts in sports. This is how it starts in the NFL. This is how it starts in the NBA. When you start seeing the wheels in motion, there's signs. There's signs before eventually a player gets traded. A player eventually marks their next destination. The Indiana Fever, you're on notice. You're on notice. You better recognize what you've got going on, the asset in front of you, and you do whatever you have to do to correct.
Talk about that meeting, shall we? Because that photo of Caitlin Clark with her agent Sabrina, Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, and coach Sandy Brondello in the tunnel. After the Liberty beat the Fever, that is not just casual conversation between competitors. That is business. And you know what it represents. It represents a team that recognizes talent and is not afraid to show it. While other teams and players continue to hate on Clark, refuse to give her credit and act like she is not the reason their paychecks got bigger this year, the Liberty are smart enough to see the...
Obviously, Caitlin Clark out of the game, but she's expressed her desire to help you out. From the coaching perspective, have you gotten anything about maybe her traits as a coach?
Yeah, not yet. No, obviously unfortunate about Caitlin's not into this game, but she's going to still have a great impact on this team. I will give the coaching hat to her as much as she wants, to be quite honest. So, we're going to play around with it a little bit. It'll be fun to... I think you've seen it with the Fever. She's been very active on the sideline when she wasn't playing, so we'll utilise that as well.
If you are enjoying, please subscribe. The New York Liberty are championship contenders. They are the defending WNBA champions. They have the best offense and defense in the league right now. They are...
Caitlin Clark might be on her way out. She let it be known. Y'all saw her trade Cheryl Reeves on national TV for Sandy Brondello. Y'all saw her trade Cheryl Reeves for the Liberty coach on national TV and flat out humiliate Cheryl Reeves. The New York Liberty have let it be known long ago that they want Caitlin Clark. Have you seen the New York Liberty playing dirty against Caitlin Clark? No. Have you seen them flagrant fouling and knocking her all over the place? No. They playing a long game. While the Fever and everybody else is playing checkers, the Liberty been playing chess this whole
team. That is basketball domination. Clark is the missing piece that every team needs, but most teams are too stubborn, too jealous, or too blind to see it.
But the Liberty have shown her love. We've seen that as a bit of a theme. There was the moment between Stewie and Clark when Clark came back from injury the first time. And then there were some nice words. I missed the moment myself of them posted up there for a second. But there were some nice words from Liberty coach Sandy Brondello that I did capture. And I thought they
happen. Why not? Caitlin Clark can do whatever she wants and play for whoever she wants. She has earned that right. She is the biggest star in women's basketball. The reason ticket prices skyrocketed. The reason arenas sell out. The reason TV ratings went through the roof. She is not beholden to a franchise that does not appreciate what they have. And if that meeting with the Liberty is any indication, there are teams out there who would treat her like the superstar she is. Meanwhile, let us talk about the contrast here. On one side you have the New York Liberty players and coaches praising Caitlin Clark, showing her respect, acknowledging her greatness. On the other side you have the rest of the league acting like a bunch of jealous middle schoolers. Players voting her 9th among guards for the All-Star game. Coaches making excuses instead of game plans. Referees ignoring her when she asks for explanations on calls. It is absolutely pathetic.
For Caitlin in the second quarter, how did you look back on that moment? Did you get a lot of texts from friends or DMs?
No.
How do you react to that? Yeah.
I mean, I think in the moment it was shot clock was going down, right? I know she wants to go left to shoot the three, so trying to be as close as I can, but she was deep out there, and once she made it, she was just kind of laughing, and I was laughing. It was a great shot. It was a tough shot, and it's one of those ones where you're and you go to the other end, and I'm happy. I'm seeing a lot of great sportsmanship. About that.
Rich Eisen said it perfectly. There is jealousy from players, coaches, and even referees when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Dick Vitale called it absolutely pure jealousy. Coach K said she has had to deal with negativity and jealousness throughout her career. These are not Clark fans making excuses. These are respected voices in basketball calling out what everyone can see with their own eyes. And you want to know the most frustrating part? While players are hating on Clark, she is out here making them all rich. The WNBA attendance is up 156%. Games are selling out at 94% capacity. Viewership is averaging 1.32 million. Charter flights increased salaries, better facilities. All of that came because Caitlin Clark brought eyeballs to the league. The Liberty have the talent, the coaching, the front office, and most importantly the mindset to maximize what Clark brings to the table. They would not waste her on minute restrictions or try to change her game. They would build.
Dick Vitale has spoke. This is how you feel about the WNBA players voting Caitlin Clark the 9th best guard in the league. Absolutely pure jealousy that the WNBA players voted Caitlin Clark the 9th best guard. Someday, they will realize what she has done for all the players in the WNBA. Charted planes, increasing salaries, sold out crowd.
Should be paying attention. The Fever are lucky to have Caitlin Clark, but they need to start acting like it. They need to show that she is the priority, not just another player on the roster. They need to give her the minutes she deserves. Clark herself said she is not a fan of minute restrictions. She averaged 35.4 minutes per game as a rookie, and there is no reason that should change. The Indiana Fever have been handed the most transformational player in women's basketball history, and instead of building a championship culture around her, they have spent 2 seasons trying to figure out how to use her properly. That was not just friendly small talk after a game. When a player's agent is involved in tunnel conversations with opposing coaches and star players, that is business being discussed. That is the Liberty letting Clark know that they see her value. They respect her game and they would welcome her with open arms.
What's crazy is that her team lost the damn game, but Caitlin is all smiles. She's all smiles. She's all smiles. So many people is insinuating. They're insinuating that Caitlin Clark can be trying to get the hell out of Indy. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. Your boy John Liquidator I definitely want her to get out of Indy, bro. And it's this photo right here that is really...
Imagine Clark in a Liberty uniform. Imagine her running pick and rolls with Breanna Stewart. Imagine her and Sabrina Ionescu as a backcourt duo, pushing pace and hitting shots from everywhere on the floor. Imagine a coach like Sandy Brondello who actually understands how to maximize elite talent, drawing up plays for Clark instead of trying to tone down her game. That is not just a championship team. That is a dynasty waiting to happen. The Liberty finished 15-6 in the first half of this season. The Liberty players are mature enough to recognize greatness even when it is on the opposing team. When Clark hit that three-pointer over Breanna Stewart, Stewart was literally laughing because she knew she had just witnessed something special. That is the reaction of a champion who is not threatened by other people's success. That is the reaction of someone who understands that great players make each other better.
Talking about Mrs. Me Too wanting to go to the New York Liberty. Oh, she's going to be the perfect fit. Oh, the coach loves her. Oh, the Stewie and the team loves her. This is what happens, and this is somebody who appreciates real basketball. This is what happens when Caitlin Clark is fucking dropping firebombs on you. Bow, 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 back to back to back. You fucking applaud her and you smile because you love it. This right here. Yes, she appreciates someone like this. Now, imagine if these two were teammates. Thing one, thing two. They're winning 4 straight.